October issue of Culture, this can only mean one thing. It's a horror book. Screamtail, a billion-year-old Jigglypuff? Ooh, I'd like to hear this. Somewhere in a Paldean forest, it's said, lurks Screamtail, a being with Jigglypuff's own endearing puffball appearance, but also a ferocious aggression that leads it to attack anyone who comes near. Its primitive appearance and savage nature have prompted rumors that it could be a Jigglypuff from 1 billion years ago. It's named after a creature in the Scarlet book that is described as having a distinctive tail and scream. You just leave it hanging there. A culture. Oh my goodness, I am sitting here in the daytime terrified from a culture October's issue hidden in the library in Naranja Academy in the Paldean region of Scarlet, the new Pokemon game. Why do you gotta do it to me that way, Nintendo? Why do you gotta make me terrified? I guess I'll never know what happens next. Jigglypuff, 1 billion-year-old Jigglypuff. Unless this is foreshadowing something later on in the game, which would be actually pretty brilliant. But I see another book right back there that's hanging off the bookshelf, just waiting to be read. So you know what we gotta do, people? We gotta read. Find foods from far away. Nice alliteration, Nintendo. Have you chanced upon pewter crunchies, the fabled signature dish of the Kanto region's Pewter City? These snacks' rugged, browned appearance makes them almost rock-like at first glance. Indeed, pewter crunchies were inspired by the rock-type Pokemon for which the Pewter Gym is renowned, which Brock owns, by the way. Duh. Unfortunately, their forbiddingly tough appearance and surprisingly thin flavor have kept them from attaining true popularity. That's it. That's the story. Find foods from far away. You got a bad cliffhanger there. How am I supposed to play this Pokemon game with that cliffhanger just hanging there? Man, what am I supposed to do? So many books, so little time. Let's read some more, friends, shall we? This book is a little too high for me to get, though. It's on the 4th bookshelf. The September issue of A Culture. Nintendo, you didn't leave us hanging, did you? Enigmas of Paldea, file number 09. Great Tusk, a living relic of the dinosaur era? In one arid corner of Paldea, there have been reports of a mysterious life form. It's said to resemble a Dawn fan at first glance, albeit one with gigantic tusks, tough scales, and an aggressive disposition. Uh-oh. The Culture September issue, you got me hanging on this cliff. Leading theories hold that this being is nothing less than a living relic of the dinosaur era, but no one can say for sure. Apparently, it's called Great Tusk after the name of a strange being that was written about in the mysterious Scarlet book. This Scarlet book. Meta, Nintendo. Meta. Alright, that's the issue. Just 2 or 3 pages of info. And our trip in the there's a few books. Well, you know what we gotta do. It's reading time. We gotta read these books. There's a book entitled Charcadet's Adventures. Do you want to read it? Yes, yes, I want to read Charcadet's Adventures. That's right, Charcadet's Adventures. Charcadet, the fire child Pokemon, may have been little, but did that stop it from being a mighty hero? Not one bit. When a mean Gengar came along to play tricks and scare people, Charcadet stood tall. Rah! Hi-ya! It cried. But soon, brave little Charcadet got bound up tight in Gengar's long tongue. How could the fire child Pokemon get out of this mess? Just as things started to grow hazy before Charcadet's eyes, the sound of a voice came. Two paths lie before you, young Charcadet, it said. Choose between these two sets of armor and assume a new form so you can defeat Gengar. And sure enough, two sets of armor appeared before Charcadet. To be continued. That was very, very satisfying. Charcadet, I want to know more about your adventures, my man. Here's another book. It's not a book, but it is a pamphlet entitled Hall of Fame Badges, a Record. Do I want to read it? Yes. Of course I want to read it. I'm in a library. I'm a student who doesn't have enough money to buy textbooks. And I can't keep getting student loans because I got no money. Hall of Fame Badges, a Record. Our academy honors students and graduates that achieve outstanding results no matter the field with the Hall of Fame badge. We hope students will be encouraged to follow their passions wherever they may lead. Sada. Here's a student sleeping. I get it, I've been there. I actually started drinking coffee in college because so much reading. It's a culture, the August issue. Do I want to read it? Of course I do. Just in case you're tuning in now, I've been spending the past 10 or 15 minutes reading a culture, the different issues. We read October, we read September, and now, last but not least, hopefully not least, we are going to be reading the August issue. Do I want to read it? Yes. Yes, I do. Enigmas of Paldean, file number 08. Slither Wing, a prehistoric Volcarona revived? There have been precious few sightings reported of the ultra-mysterious Slither Wing, a being whose name is taken from that of a similar seeming creature described in the ever-puzzling Scarlet book. Slither Wing shares traits with Volcarona, so some theorize that it may have been revived from fossils from a prehistoric era that we have discussed in these pages, the September issue. However, no Volcarona fossils of that era are known to have been found. There it is. There it is. You know, I have to say that a lot of times, I'm a reader and a writer, but sometimes when I'm playing video games, I don't stop to take the time to read fully the different documents that are scattered about the world. So I thought it'd be fun just to do a little light reading, speed reading while we're in here. Man, so many books, so little time. That was fun. If this is a repeat occult. Galar, a history. This is a new book. I did not read it before, so you know what we gotta do? We gotta read it. Galar, a history. We made for the town of Stow-on-Side, which sits tucked away in the mountains to study an ancient mural painted upon a wall of rock. But our plans and the mural itself were shattered by an attack from a copper aha. Yet behind the mural, what should we find but a pair of Pokemon statuses? One bearing a sword, the other a shield. Sword and shield. These statues, older than any artifact we'd yet discovered, called into question everything we knew about the legendary hero. Is the legendary hero Ash Ketchum? Man, these cliffhangers are just keeping me hanging on by a very light thread. Well, there we are here in Naranja Academy. That was really fun. I believe I've read almost every book that is sticking out of a bookshelf. Even read the little pamphlet right here. That was some fun reading as a bookish person myself. Oh, there's one. There's different floors. You know what we should do? We should do some more reading. Because YOLO and I love reading. How to become a champion. Do I want to read it? Do we want to read it? I think it would be a waste of time to not read it. How to become a champion. For Pokemon trainers who are out to grow stronger and wiser, that's me. There's no higher calling than becoming a champion. To reach that lofty rank, you must pass a test administered at Paldea's official Pokemon League headquarters. Where's that? In Paldea, anyone, and in fact, any number of people, can become a champion, regardless of factors like age. That means you can too, as long as you've got the strength and the wisdom to set a leaderly example for your fellow trainers. I hope to be a good example. Your path to becoming a champion lies in the Pokemon gyms throughout Paldea. Once you've defeated the 8 gym leaders in battle and earned their gym badges, we look forward to your knock on the Pokemon League's door. I look forward to that too, Mr. Library Book. I look forward to that very much. Appreciating Sunflora. I, for one, don't know much about Sunflora, other than it's like a sunflower Pokemon, obviously. So yes, I do want to read it. Appreciating Sunflora. In Artisan, a town alive with flowers and artwork, there is a special and abiding love for the sun Pokemon Sunflora, whose sunny floral figure and bright smile never fail to warm the heart. Denizens of Artisan have long revered nature, the subject of much art made in the town, and the nurturing sun. Sunflora embodies qualities of both, which is why the town has a tradition of gathering and caring for these Pokemon. Wow, that was actually beautiful. I learned so much about Sunflora. I am gonna ace that test in Mr. Jack's class next. Festivals of Paldea. Do I want to read it? We know what time it is. It is reading book club time here in Naranja Academy. That's right. Festivals of Paldea. The Paldean town of Cortondo, widely known for its olive production, is also home to the peculiar olive harvest festival. They included the word peculiar because it also threw me off, in case you couldn't tell. Participants tried to usher in a plentiful olive harvest by rolling large balls that resemble olives into a goal, kind of like soccer. It's said that the more olive balls are rolled to the goal, the more abundant next year's crop will be. All comers, including tourists, are welcome to join the olive roll. So, reader, do give it a try yourself if you're in town for the festival. I mean, that sounds more like an invitation to me. Some more foreshadowing here in Naranja Academy. Alright, so we got this, we got the town of Artisan, we got, what else? A culture magazine hinting at some dinosaurs. I know what Nintendo is doing here. They are preparing us for a journey in the Paldean region like none other that we've ever seen before. I believe they are preparing us through textbook reading for what is yet to come. I am learning so much in this library. I don't know about you, but I'm having a very good time getting my fix of reading for the day, which is saying a lot. A culture, the June issue. How many issues are there? This just keeps getting better and better. Do I want to read it? Do we want to read it? An article is catching my eye. A culture. Enigmas of Paldean, file number 06. Brute Bonnet. A moongus meets dinosaur? Only one question mark this time, not multiple capitalization marks and exclamation marks like the other October issue. This bizarre creature is said to combine traits of dinosaurs with those of the Pokemon Amoonguss. It's named after a fierce mushroom creature of matching description that appears in the renowned Scarlet book. Brute Bonnet certainly resembles Amoonguss, though with its own unique twists. Its gigantic stature and seemingly low intelligence combine to make it a savage, powerful fighter, hence the Brute in Brute Bonnet. Okay, another cliffhanger. I think we're gonna meet this Pokemon later on in the Paldean region. Let's find out for ourselves. Ooh, an art magazine. I, for one, actually have been telling myself that I want to read more magazines on my iPad, since I pay a monthly subscription for news and magazines that I don't seem to read. But here we will read art. The Scenic Route. Art, the Scenic Route. This month, we're taking the scenic route over to Artisan to see Surrendering Sunflora by Brassius, the verdant virtuoso. This humble columnist wonders if ever a work has so aptly captured ennui and languor as this installation. Spoken like a true art magazine. Some fancy words in there. These sculptures are every bit as surreal as the title, prompting great minds to debate just what has sent these Sunflora into a state of surrender. But though the meaning may elude us, the reader is urged to visit Artisan and see for themselves. Yet another cliffhanger. I know where I want to go when I graduate from Naranja Academy. I am going straight to Artisan to witness that Sunflora amazing piece of art. Man, my reading energy is just getting its fill. Okay, I think we read this one. Ooh, I'll write another one right over here. Let's see what this book is about. Oh, we read How to Become a Champion, right? Right? I don't think so. Oh yes, we did read this. Okay, I'm not gonna reread it so soon because the information is so fresh. I want to give it time to digest. Sometimes rereading is good, which we may do later on. Oh yes, here's another green book that is just so very meticulously placed off of this bookshelf. Status, Conditions, and Catching Pokemon. Do I want to read it? Yes, we do. Status, Conditions, and Catching Pokemon. Dealing damage to a wild Pokemon makes it easier to catch in a Pokeball, and inflicting status conditions on the Pokemon can make it easier still. had some good placing of a word at the preposition of a sentence. Certain status conditions will provide even better odds of a successful catch than others. Putting a Pokemon to sleep or freezing it, for example, may yield better results than inflicting poison, paralysis, or a burn. Good information. Thank you very much. Status conditions. What's this? Another book hanging loosely off the bookshelf? Why, it's just asking to be read. Types and Moves 1, which implies there's a Types and Moves Volume 2, which I would love to read if this is good. Do we want to read it, friends? Why, yes. Yes, we do. Types and Moves 1. You may be familiar with Pokemon that are grass, fire, or water type. There are 18 such types in all, and every Pokemon species has at least one type. Some have two. Really? When Pokemon use a move that is the same type as they are, that move's power is increased by 50%. Really? For Pokemon that have two types, moves of either type will receive this increase. No way. I don't remember that in like blue and red version. Alright, well they said it. Now we know to always use their type. The Naranja Academy school song, do we want to read it? I think you know the answer. The answer is always just kidding. Yes. The Naranja Academy school song. Over Grand Mesagoza stands our dear Naranja, where we enter as seeds and leave in fruition. Our minds wide as the crater for wise educators to fill with strength, greatness, and tradition. Teach us well, O oranges of Paldean, In case you didn't know, I knew that song from somewhere deep within my brain, my heart, and my soul. Do we want to sing it yet again? I think we want to sing one more time the Naranja Academy school song. Now that I showed you what it is, let me try to remember what I just came up with. And if it is true, I'm going to conduct you to sing along. Over Grand Mesagoza stands our dear Naranja, where we enter as seeds and leaf in fruition. Our minds wide as the crater for wise educators to fill with strength, greatness, and tradition. Teach us well, O oranges of Paldean. That's the part we all know. Teach us well, O oranges of Paldean. Teach us well, O oranges of Paldean. One more time. Everybody, clear your throats, warm up. We're going to sing the very last phrase that we all know of the Naranja Academy school song. Teach us well, O oranges of Paldean. Boom. That was fun. Thank you for bearing with me. If you're stumbling across this stream and just heard the song of Naranja Academy, I half apologize and half applaud you for singing along with me. That was an unexpected surprise. If you liked the song of Naranja Academy, I implore you